in just a minute, we're going to show part of a speech that was done at Harvard University about actually what's happening in business. There's no morality, there's no principle anymore except money. However we can make money, we're going to make money. And that is exactly why America needs to wake up. We need to organize. We've had problems, like it took women 70 years to get to vote. You'll get to see a little of that history later. Martin Luther King helped, the blacks get equal rights, which is ridiculous because, as Gary Bauer said, tyrants don't sleep at night. If they know people are reading our Constitution where it says all men are created equal. Of course, I believe all women are created equal. And so anyway, I want to show you this little clip. It's just about a minute long, and hopefully you will start thinking a little bit more about how each of us can make a difference, because we are powerful.
I think we are suffering, not Ronald Reagan, that we are suffering right now from Alzheimer's when it comes to remembering the lessons that he taught us about how American policy ought to be conducted. And I think the best example of how we are suffering from Alzheimer's is in the current American policy toward China. I took a major role in that debate last year, as many of you probably know. And I have to tell you that I believe right now in Washington, D.C., the leadership of both political parties are acting morally bankrupt when it comes to our Chinese policy. We are acting as if the highest American value is trade. Now, I'm in favor of trade. Economic activity is good. Economic exchanges between countries is a good thing, but it is not the most important thing.
Okay, what do you think? Is there any way that you could stand up, or if you are in a position of power and you know you're making money off violence, maybe, or off cigarettes, selling them to kids? I mean, if an adult wants to smoke, but obviously there are 3,000 kids that begin smoking every day, and actually 80% of those white males turn out to smoke Marlboro, so that's not really great. But one of the reasons why I got inspired to do this show tonight was from the spiritual warfare prayers, and it says, forgive me, God, for not speaking the truth. Show me any way in which I am being deceived. And I feel like, I know I'm not any famous person or anything like that, and I'm basically wife, mother, grandmother, volunteer. I think I said that, but basically, I just want to have the world be a better place, because I'm embarrassed that my 18-year-old son is getting ready to go out into the world, and we don't take care of our school system. We spend $10 billion bombing Kosovo, but we can't afford to give our teachers really good character education materials, like Character Counts program, the 6 pillars of character. And so part of the reason that I feel like I've gotten bold enough to speak up about this, because I'm going to hold up this. This is it's a book on tape called Vendetta. This is incredible. There was a book written by Brian Burrow. It's called Barbarians at the Gate. It was, you may have seen the movie with Jim Gardner, and I forget who else, but it's a good movie. And basically, it was the story of when American Express was going to merge with, I guess, RJR, the tobacco company, and Nabisco and everything. And so then this vendetta is all about the way that the top people in American Express did a conspiracy to smear a man named Edmund Safra. And it is breathtakingly bad that these are, the people that probably are going to the White House dinners with the, Chinese premier and everyone, and are so socially acceptable, and yet these are people that are doing awful, awful things. And one of the, reasons, I hope nobody's tired of hearing about this, but that I got this show was because I felt like somebody was trying to scare me. That's where, having a spiritual life is so important to me. And I've just discovered saints. This is Saint Catherine right here. You won't believe this, but she, let me just write her little saying. It's, help us to pass unscathed through the corruption of this world and to remain unshakably faithful to the church in word, deed, and example, or I think, to God, what he's made. But anyway, she's the patron saint of activists. So I feel like she's helping me. And then what's so funny, I was reading about Joan of Arc right here, and believe it or not, when Joan of Arc was like thrown in prison and everything, St. Catherine actually came to her to like make her feel better, St. Catherine and Margaret.